If you're looking for professional day trading education as well as high level trade analysis on dissection, you've come to the right place. My name is Pat Mitchell. I have been a professional day trader for the past 11 years, and I'm here to give you exactly that. Professional day trading education, all here for free on YouTube and on X. And today we took a couple of absolute banger trades within the first half an hour or so of the market open, locked in two separate trades that they both produced 100+% ROI from best entry to best exit. And let me show you how I did that. So give me one sec. I'm going to fire up my charts and we will rock and roll. I hope you guys all have lots of great stuff planned for your weekend. You probably deserve it after a nice, long, difficult week in the market. This week actually started out quite difficult, a little hesitant. It was hard to read because of the gap ups and gap downs. It was kind of all over the place. And then, especially the past couple of days, it's been extremely clean, really, really nice. So I do want to point something out for the people that are just joining me fresh on this channel. Whenever you see these blue levels are placed always prior to the market open, never after the fact, always prior, and at least at a minimum 30 minutes prior to the market open. And most of the time they are developed, the trade plans are developed and the levels are struck in the evening. And then at 9 a.m. East, 30 minutes before the market open, I develop trade plans. And those are the trade plans that we go into the market with. So everyone's prepared, everybody's on the same page, and we all execute the same trades. There's nothing that pops up out of nowhere, so then people don't know what the hell is going on. You have 30 minutes to prepare, which is more than enough time. And the trade plans are went over with risk and management in mind. So let's go over these trades. Now, I'm going to zoom in a little bit here into the first trade on Qs. So this one was interesting. This one, because we opened up so close into this level and we were protected by pre-market highs, so we only had about 50 cent worth of risk from level. Actually, yeah, about 50 cents. So very minimal risk on a $520 stock or ETF. And as soon as the market opened, we watched and we waited for that pop. And that's where we got it. We took it into the level because of the protection of this trade. And that's a big no for those of you that might be struggling with your entries. When you are protected by multiple support or resistance levels, you're protected by volume, you're protected by those physical brick walls in the market and on these charts. Enter coming into those levels. Don't wait for it. Don't mess around. Get in. So the only shitty thing about this trade, although it was absolutely beautiful and outstanding, locking in well over $3,000 on this within the first 30 minutes, was the fact that we could only get one single entry. Now, a lot of people like immediate resolution to their trades. I don't, because I like being able to average in so then I can accumulate size. Now, you can't do that if you only have one and done type of entries. So I'm going in with a starter position, a full size starter position, which is what I got. And it ended up coming in really, really nicely and gave me all the way down into that 9 EMA on the daily, which was my target. So I got from entry to full target. So like I said, I locked in $3,100 on this, and I believe that one is well over 100%. Oh yeah, well over 100%, probably like 110, 115% off the top of my head from entry to best sell. So really, really exceptional trade. Now let's go over the secondary trade. So on this one here, it was a long. So for every short, there is a long. For every long, there is a short. And on this one here, it was absolutely fantastic because we rode this all the way down into that 9 EMA on the daily. That was our trigger for the secondary. Now, because this one was giving me distance all the way down and speed into that level, we have 3 candles that I can execute coming into that 9 EMA. So I was able to accumulate some size. Excuse me. So on this one, as it's coming down, that's where I apply my pressure. My pressure and my biggest entry size-wise is right at that 9 EMA. So start acquiring size. And as soon as it starts coming in, this pop up because it is a natural area. There's a reason why you will always see on every single entries chart that you see on this channel, you'll always see a bulk payment. So lots of exits right in one specific area. And that has to do with first level of resistance on the way up, which is exactly what I did. So this one could have been a much bigger trade P&L wise, but then your results, your end results will end up being a lot lower hit percentage because you're looking for such a big trade. You'll end up having more and more red trades opposed to the green. So I have found and developed a management strategy where I pay myself the bulk I get out of most, and I use size in order to make my money. Now, a lot of people will say that and they'll use size to make money in the market. I know that doesn't seem like any sort of grand revelation, but it's the way that you do it. So I use size in order to keep my time at an absolute minimum for me to be involved and in a position in the market, because the only thing we can control as traders is our risk. So a way to mitigate and manage and minimize your risk is to get in and out of the market as quickly as possible. But you have to be effective doing that as well. There's a lot of people that get in and out of the market and they take very, very small trades. So you need to find that middle ground. And I've been developing this exit strategy as well as my entry strategy, as well as my risk strategy, as well as my management strategy for over a decade. And that's why you simply see the results that you do on this channel, where you don't see results like this anywhere else. Or if you do, a lot of the times, to put it bluntly, it's bullshit. So I day trade live with my members twice per week in my momentum course, but I don't open that up to the general public. I need people to be trained at least for a few months, couple of months, before I will allow them into that class. And we've had a couple new members, and I just want to talk to you guys frankly here for a couple of minutes. I know it's Friday, you want to get out of here and go enjoy your weekend, but I think this is important. We've had two members that have asked lately, can I join your momentum program, your live trading program? But they literally just started with me like a week ago, or maybe a couple of weeks at best, at most. And I say no. I know there's a lot of services out there that would just scoop up that money because it's not cheap, right? And again, to be honest with you, my live trading is something that you are going to actually receive education. So it's not cheap. It's not like it's $100. It's yeah, I think it's a very fair amount of money, but it isn't cheap. So I would never feel comfortable just taking somebody's money, because if you're a new member, you're still getting the ground underneath your feet. And that's one of the reasons why I wanted to start Tricktrades. I wanted to start a service where people could come in and feel safe that they weren't getting fucked. Because I think that happens way too often. And it's one of the reasons why a lot of people mistrust day trading educators and service providers and service owners. And for good reason. I get it. And I was one of those people. I joined one service in my career right at the beginning, and I stayed in for about a week, and it was horrible. Immediately, even though I didn't know anything, okay, as soon as I got in there, I knew that this wasn't replicatable over time. You wouldn't be able to replicate these results over time, and there was no consistency. It was buying breakouts and some bullshit. So I got out and I did it the hard way, and I did it myself. And there is an opportunity for people that don't have to take the hard road, which is what I had to do. And if you find someone that is honest and honorable and can not only is a good trader, but can actually teach you how to do this, you want to hold on to them. Because I think honesty and integrity are two qualities that are very lacking in this world today. So if you find someone like that, hold on to them. Even if you don't want to join my service, that's okay. I'm not forcing you guys to do that, nor am I trying to pound the table to get you guys in. I'm simply saying, if you want to learn how to become a trader and work with someone that can actually help you, join Tricktrades. Go to tricktrades.com. If not, it's fine. Continue to enjoy my free stuff. That's why it's here. It's just going to take you longer. Again, I'm a no bullshit guy. I'm not going to tell you that you're going to be able to watch my free YouTube and become a badass trader immediately. It is going to take you longer. And I'll explain why, because I say that a lot in my videos. And I know this one's getting long-winded. Most of you have already probably fucking tuned off. That's all right. But you won't be able to replicate these types of results by watching YouTube. YouTube, I'll put out a video that is a beginner video, followed by a professional, followed by a novice, followed by an intermediate, back to a beginner. It's all over the place. And then you're trying to piece together the puzzle, right? And it's difficult to do. So what you're going to end up doing, you're going to watch one video of mine and you're going to be like, oh man, that makes sense. I'm going to do that tomorrow. But maybe the market doesn't call for that. And that's where the coaching comes in. The coaching tells you and lets you know when to pull out certain tools of your toolbox. That would be like pulling out a hammer when you need a screwdriver, or a screwdriver when you need a hammer. It's not going to do the job very well, is it? And that's where coaching is so important. That's why high-powered CEOs, high-level CEOs, professional sports athletes, F1 drivers, fighters, anyone that is a professional has a coach or a mentor, someone that they can go to and bounce ideas off of. It's important, guys. And I know most of you have been fucked before. I get it. I understand that. But that's why I open Tricktrades. And all I ask is that if you're, this seems a little too good to be true. Hey, you can cancel anytime. It's only 1 month increments. So if you don't like it, cancel and that's it. Be gone, right? No problem, right? We don't lock you in. We don't rope you in. If you don't like it, leave. But I promise you, you do come in, you're going to see that this is different. It's very different, even on your first day. Anyways, with all that long-winded nonsense aside, guys, I really hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. I know my members worked extremely hard this week. They posted all their entries and exits, and they look fantastic. And I couldn't be more proud of them. So on that note, guys, I hope you have a wonderful evening and a wonderful weekend. Adios.